And they have to only choose one.
Right, yeah, one period or quarter or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
And then there's another one, NTFL. They can't use it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So none of them even. I have it on the phone. That's dog it. They're short striking it. And I'm just swimming. It's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just swimming.
Which is how we catch them at home. We'll just use like a little paddle tail on like a 1/4 inch jig and just cast in against the weed and just slow wind out, and they just whack it.
I had a bite before.
Did you? Yeah,
It was just like a.
Yeah.
So that's just a tick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had one too.
The butt end of it sometimes.
Yeah.
They're waiting, and he comes flying in the parking lot. I mean, pulls up right there where I was parked. I was actually talking to Pollinate. Oh, dang it, I just lost one. I was talking to Pollinate. Look at that boil. That was not a small fish. See it up there?
Yeah.
That was a good fish. That was a good fish. Dadgummit.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. You know, but those carp are strong. They put up a good fight.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the bowway behind it.
Oh, yeah. Did that fish come after your bait?
Yeah. Didn't bite it, but it was definitely a bow wave. Yeah.
Look at it.
It's the second one that's done that. There was one back there that did the same thing.
The Matt Robinson.
Oh, he is. I just think he's trying to be a little bit like G-Man. Like I think he's sort of like he'll try and like I do like him, but I think he probably needs to find his own thing, if you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
rather than he's got but good fisherman. Yep, another one. Get on the wacky rig.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a bass.
What do we got?
It's a freshwater drum.
A drum.
A drum. Yeah.
Wow.
Or as we call them, gaspergoo.
Gaspergoo.
Gaspergoos. Yeah, it's a freshwater drum.
There you go.
Yeah, so they have rocks in their head. They're up in here. There's some stones, and they make this noise. And yeah.
Wow. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Look at those little fins.
Wow. There you go.
Man, he took off with it. Like there wasn't even a bite. It just went like he left. So that's mine.
He's left the building.
And I was coming back. I I had a trip on Saturday in Private Lake, so I didn't get to watch the live and all that. So I didn't really get to see, where some of them were. But on Sunday, when we were coming home from the Private Lake, I went across that bridge. And I was telling my daughter, I said,
Got it?
yeah.
Good girl. Woohoo! Go Sue. Whoa! That's so cool. You.
Maybe you need to go back to the chatterbait. Because that's too bad.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
That's bloody awesome.
Oh.
There you go.
You can go home now. That's unreal.
You're beautiful. Look at you. What a good little boy. Or girl. Yeah, it's a boy, hey. The girls are the big
It's
ones.
filming, so you're right.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did they come off a stump suit?
Oh, is he in the tree?
Oh, look at that!
yes,
Oh, that's a ripper!
tree.
Go!
There he is. Come here, baby. Oh, yes!
Oh my
That's a big one. That's a pretty fish, too. He's all
my God.
gosh.
Holy cow.
Look at that big mama.
Yeah.
Look at the gut full of eggs.
Oh.
Look at this side. It's got the spots. It's all spotted up on its top.
That is
Even on
brilliant.
its tail, it thinks it's a redfish.
Oh my god.
That's a big fish. There's your lunker.
That is a lunker.
We was just talking
I'm
about
gonna
that.
take my jacket off.
Oh,
Yeah, it's getting hot.
It's getting hot in here.
The adrenaline's going.
Holy
That's a beauty.
moly.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Oh, I can't, I'm shaking. Ew.
Let's see See it on camera.
6 pounds, 7 ounces.
6.5 pounds.
Nice.
6.5. There you go.
Wow.
You got enough for my camera, my phone, Craig?
Yeah, I got 3 or 4 on it. So I've got a stack on mine as well. So
Okay, you want to
You're
do
good.
the release?
yeah.
Alrighty. Bye, girl. Ready?
Yeah.
Yes!
So good.
And he's just crazy. He's a lot of fun. Seems like a generally nice guy.
Yeah.
You know.
5 minutes left.
Yep.
Oh, he's on.
Yes, we got one. We got one. Oh, that wasn't even a bite. That just landed up.
He just
Just slobbered it.
I slobbered it. Yeah.
Just slobbered it.
I like that.
Yes. Woo.
Slobbered it. I gotta remember. That's my new saying from my Aussie friends.
There we go. Oh, fuck yeah. Sorry about the F-bomb.
Yeah.
Thank you. Look at that. That's the stuff dreams are made of, right there. That is cool as. Got him, yes. Yep. He'll pole that one. Whoa. Is it a good one?
Yeah.
Get the hang
I
up.
got it.
You got him?
Yeah. Woo, take a cigar.
Oh, yeah. How good's that?
Another female.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at that.
Fatty.
That is brilliant.
Look at that though, it just falls out.
So good. Awesome.
Golly. Spawning. That was 5.5. It might be. It's just so fast. Yeah, that one slobbered it. Slobbered it. Their tail.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause they're
wow.
just
Yeah,
rubbing
yeah.
the rubbing. Sometimes they'll rub half their tail off. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you better go back then. Ready?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, well done, Sue.
Awesome.
I think you deserve a hug. Give me a hug. Good job. You're doing so good.
Rolling around.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's a fish. That's a fish up there making a bed. He's up there clearing a spot.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. It's up there fanning. That's why it's got the water chewed up.
You need to get past it. We need to. I reckon.
Yeah, it's up there fanning out a spot.
Interesting.
Yeah. They're ready.
Got it, great.
Alright, this is the cars.
Oh, there it is. Come on. In your territory.
Oh, she turned on it. You see that?
Oh,
Oh, she turned.
it spooked it. Look, it went to
Wow.
It scared it. It took off.
Yeah, she turned on it and then
Yeah, and then
that was the cast. If she was going to eat it, she was going to eat it.
that was it.
That was the cast.
Are you gonna go?
Here with Dannie Golden, who's the guide for Lake Ray Roberts. Just recently, obviously, had the Bassmaster Classic on this lake, and he's taken us out this morning to put Sue and I onto our very first ever American bass, which we're pretty excited about. So thanks, Danny, for a fantastic morning. We've just had the best time.
Thank y'all. Y'all were great.
And yeah, we just wanted to get you to run us through what we were using and how, or not so much how, but the gear we were using this morning. So yeah.
Okay. Well, did most of our damage today. Sue caught a great big one there on a evergreen jackhammer chatterbait. And on the Classic, you saw a lot of the pros were throwing the same thing. Had this one tipped out a little bit different instead of just a little swim bait body. I like to put a Zoom Z-Craw on, and this color is actually called birthday cake. You can see all the little fleck in it.
Yeah.
But just I rig it on there flat, so in the water it swims like this instead of swimming flat, and it just gives it such a profile. And this looks like a fish's tail, really, swimming in the water. And we catch a lot of fish on them every spring. But I do like it with this little trailer. Sometimes I'll use more of the shad, like I think early in the morning yours even had a more of a traditional shad tail on it. Then we switched to the Z-Craw, just because this was getting she got a lot more bites on it. I did pick up an Eco rig, which is what I guess Father Gill, 80% of his catch during the Classic when he won it was caught on an Eco rig, and it's just a Zoom finesse, Zoom trick worm. You put a little nail weight in the head, gives it a little weight. It's probably maybe 1/8. I don't even know if it's that heavy. There's a variety of different attachments you can use. Some of them look like just a little round rubber band, but this is kind of like a medical tubing type stuff that you can stretch out and then put on there with an owner. Owner finesse worm stinger hook, and it's real sharp. Light line, 12-pound test, or light line for us. And did catch a few on it. And then we had I caught a 5-pounder.
And that's the reason we come up early.
Yes, that is so close.
Yeah.
And then I was throwing a Zoom Z-Craw, same thing that's on the trailer for the chatterbait. So it's a very versatile bait. It's got all these ribs, so it displaces a lot of water. The tail's really kick. It was originally designed like a crawfish type bait, but I've learned we flip it, pitch it around the timber and grass and such, and fish it like a crawfish, but we also swim it just because of that tail action, and that's what I was doing when I caught that 5.5. I was swimming it, so yeah, and it works good. And that one's watermelon candy red. It's got a lot of fleck in it. It's real pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty color.
Awesome. And we're using Dobbins rods.
Yeah, Dobbins rods, some Daiwa.
Yeah.
One of them might have been a Daiwa, and even a G. Loomis rod. But yeah, so a little bit of a variety.
One thing I was interested in is with the bait cast outfits, the ratio. Do you have a preferred ratio?
Most of my reels I do. Most of my reels are 7-to-1.
Yep.
I do have some things like when we're deep cranking, I'd rather have a slower one, or like working a jerk bait, 5-to-1, 6-3-to-1. But most of mine are 7-to-1. I find it easier to slow myself down than to speed myself up. So if I'm fishing a slower one, it's harder to get a bait and work it fast than if you have a faster reel. It's easier for me, or it's easier to slow yourself down than whine like crazy. Wears you out.
Cool. All right, we're about to get wet, so I'll wrap this up. Just Sue and I, we've had the best time, and
gosh, yeah.
If you're ever in Fort Worth, look this guy up, and make sure you go for a day with him. Absolute legend.
I appreciate it.
Cheers.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Y'all.
Remember, if you're liking the content that I'm putting out, got any suggestions, put them in the comments, reach out to me. Happy to take on feedback with you, what you like or don't like. But please like and subscribe to the page. It's will help me build the channel and take it to where I want to eventually see it be. So they can be anywhere in here?
Anywhere, any direction.
Cool.
Yep. I'm gonna take us over here to the right. We're gonna work our way through this gap by that big island there. Yeah, this is just a big spawning flat.
So roughly 3 feet deep or so?
Yeah, and it'll get a little shallower as we get in there. But yeah.
So what are these baits imitating? The chatterbaits, the craw and
A little shad.
the shad, yeah?
Yeah.
That's why
And
the
then-
colour's
and-
important?
Yeah, and then we'll throw like the other colors, like more green pumpkin. Heck, sometimes we even catch them just on red, the spring crawl type color.
Okay.
Because the crawfish would get red, and then it's imitating more one of those. And then the green pumpkins will be even like, remember that little dead bluegill we saw?
Yep.
We'll throw, there's one color I really like called Hot Delight. I've got one in there tied on. It's a green pumpkin with chartreuse, and it really imitates those bluegill well.
Do you find that that is water clarity, or is it just more of a time of year?
No, not so much water clarity. Like if the water gets real dirty, we'll use more chartreuse too,
Yep.
or black and blue.
Yep.
But it's probably, you just kind of have to change it up. Like yesterday, we threw quite a bit of the green pumpkins and the red, and only had a couple of fish on it, and then started throwing more of the white and started getting more bites. So sometimes it's just trial and error. You got to weed through what they're not biting.
Yeah.
Figure out what they are biting.
What's the go with moon phase? Do you find that the moon phase plays much of a factor?
It does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a trigger. So like during the spawn, there's a couple things that trigger them to finally move up and get on beds. Water temp's a big player.
Yep.
But also the moon.
Yep.
Seems like the full moon's a big deal, but it's the trigger itself. So it's usually after the full moon. It seems like when they finally do really move up. But it's the moon's what gets them started.
Yep.
But if the water temp's not right, some might come up, but majority of them won't. They've got to have that also.
And what about the worm bite? Like, is that because they're like 6-inch worms, aren't they? They're like.
Oh yeah.
The
big ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So during the summer months, the warmer months, I'll throw 8-10-inch worms a lot, and we fish them on the bottom, fish them very slow. Usually have some kind of like a big shaky head, or we use this wobble head where the hook is kind of free swinging on the weight.
Yep.
And we'll drag those on the bottom out in deep. Usually it's like a hard spot. It's got some rock, or heck, it's starting to rain.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll fish, we'll focus on stuff like that. And also we sink brush piles, or go fish the Corps. When they built the lake, they put, like when they cleared that main body of water of all this timber. Oh, did you just hit the grass or a fish?
That was a bite.
Because there is a lot of grass too. So
Might have been grass, so
Yeah.
sort of did the same again.
you'll start bumping that grass. But they get in this grass. They
Yeah.
definitely get in the grass. But a bite feels like grass.
Yeah,
That's the hard part.
we'll say it was grass.
Yeah, sometimes the bite is the grass.
What's that worm imitating? Is that
This is like a little crawl, but I'm swimming it more like a swim bait.
so? Because I noticed the long worms, so the 6 and 8. You rigged them, looks like weedless, and they're just sort of like half.
Oh yeah, more in the middle.
Somewhere it's just in the middle.
Yeah,
like-
so that's how I have this one, this Nico rig here, and then there's a rod back there that has, we call it wacky, where you hook it more in the middle.
Yeah.
And the only difference really between a wacky worm and a Nico is the Nico is you've put a little small nail in the head of the worm, so it's going to fall straight a little faster than just a weightless. It's basically like medical tubing,
Yeah.
and they have these devices that open it up and you slide the worm through,
Yeah.
and then you just you can lay your hook down on it like that, or and it's got that little weight stuck in it. We used to, so they renamed it. Nico rig, all we used to do, we called it weighted wacky worm. We would put a nail in the head of it. I mean, it's basically the same thing. And but now they call it the Nico rig, and it's been around forever. But that's it. Very simple.
But there's also options to some guys, do they just feed it through the actual worm itself?
Yes,
Or-
you can. You can stick it right through the worm.
Yeah.
It just tears up the worm a little faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the water, it's gonna, even though like it'll hang, but in the water, it's when it falls like, see how fast that fell?
Yeah.
It's like a little dart. It just shoots down there, and there's not much to it working it. I mean, it's a little finesse, you know, finesse stuff. So I just kind of shake it, and what it does, it'll shoot up like this, and that tail's kicking, and then they just. The cool thing about it is when they bite something little like this, finesse, they tend to hang on to it. They'll swim off with it, and they're easy to stick.